Hello, and welcome to the Love Sessions with Lily and Nori. I do not do that as well as you do, though. Nori,
That's okay. That's okay.
your your voice is it's just anyway. But this is our
Uh-huh.
Love Sessions number 9. Can you believe that?
Number 9. I've missed you. It's been a little while.
I know. I've missed you too. We've been. I think we've both been pretty busy. So
Yeah, but it's our ninth one, Lil. That's awesome.
I
I like that
know.
number.
Me too. I'm actually, of course, I'm thinking now love potions number 9 in my head. That's what's going on. Number
Potion number
9.
9. That's so cool.
No.
That's funny. So how have you been?
I've been good. I've been pretty good. It's been a little busy, a little hectic lately, I think,
Yeah.
but it's been good. What about you? How have you been?
Good, same. Busy. Busy. Ever since the planets, did that change that we talked about
Yes.
a couple times ago. It's been busy. A lot of mundane activity, but good, very good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, same here. Same here. And it's interesting because I was thinking about our talk this morning, and I had a couple of things to do this morning, and one thing was to call my daughter's doctor's office to ask a question. And you know how when you call a doctor's office or a pharmacy or anything, a dentist or anything, usually if they don't answer the phone right away, you get the recording and it says, if this is a true emergency, hang up and dial 911. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I was thinking about that. Obviously, my question wasn't a true emergency, but I was just thinking
Right.
about that in general in life, how it relates to our everyday life. Because I had also read a quote in an email that I got this morning, and it said, your reaction to what happens next in your life dictates what happens next. So,
I love that.
yeah, so your reaction to what happens in your life dictates what happens next.
Right. Right. So, how do we react to things? Right? Or do we have knee jerk reactions like, oh my gosh, I've got a hangnail and it's at 911. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? It depends a little bit on where we are energetically or emotionally or both. Our programming around certain things like the word 911. How do we react?
Yeah. And what do we feel for ourselves is a true emergency? Like, I need this handled right now. I need, whatever, this person to respond to me right now or whatever. That anxiety and that whole feeling of just it has to be right now. Where does that come
Right.
from? And
Right.
what if we can actually take a second and go, oh, this isn't an emergency. I can actually leave a message. I can leave a voicemail or
Right.
yes, I can hold,
Yeah, and reactions are so important because, like the quote said, it dictates what happens next. It's really, if we get down to the bare bones of it, our reaction is a choice, and it's how we direct our energy. I mean, I like to look at it. It's kind of like the paintbrush of what I'm going to paint that happens next for myself. Which helped me take control of my reactions because I was probably one of those persons, who were like, oh my gosh, of course it's an emergency. And maybe it really wasn't. And, I had to learn to take that moment that you're talking about and go, okay, let me take a breath. No, do I really need it right now? Maybe not, because if we go into it with that frantic energy, and it's not a true emergency. I mean, if it's a true emergency, it certainly benefits us because we need that adrenaline and we need everything that's happening, to respond to an emergency. But if it isn't, that chaotic energy is going to create what happens next. So
Yeah.
we're not even going to probably get the outcome that we want, right?
Oh, that's a really a powerful thing you just said. The outcome that we want. Like if we're in that
Hmm.
state where we're thinking, "Oh, this is a right now, this is a crisis, an emergency," are we really thinking about the outcome that we want, or are we just thinking about getting the attention that we're craving in that moment?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
because
good.
sometimes, I there we talk about positive reactions and negative reactions, but you know what? A neutral reaction to me is quite often a positive reaction.
I
Because
totally agree.
yeah, right?
I totally agree. Neutral is such a beautiful place because
Yes.
from neutral we at least get to choose, and the choosing is everything. I mean, the choosing is the intention, and the intention turns into the manifestation or the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, neutral is quite often that very powerful place where you can say, "Wait, I have a choice. I have a choice in which direction I want to go," like you said, and maybe it's not something that I even need to give my attention to right now. Like maybe that thing that somebody said that pissed me off, it's just going to disappear in a couple of seconds and I'm not even going to care. So I don't have to actually go right back and respond to them immediately. Maybe I can just wait. Just
Right.
leave it alone.
Right. But if we're triggered, by the habits of the way that we react, it's a process to kind of back it up to be able to get to the point of neutral. So, when that person pisses me off, I might go, and then hold it back, because I'm thinking, okay, I want to get to neutral, but then say it, and then the next time I'll go, okay, this is what it is. Maybe I won't say it,
Yeah.
but I'll still have that reactive feeling. And then maybe the time after that, I'll go, this is that thing again. I think I'll just try and not react at all. And then we can, kind of flow into mastering, that choosing of neutrality. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And in all that choosing, like everything that you described, it's so important, I think, to realize that it's in the choosing that the power lies. It's not in the reaction. It's not in the reacting, and it's not even in the waiting, but it's in the choosing. That's where your power lies. And we so often don't give ourselves that space and that time to sit back and go, okay, I'm going to choose how I'm going to react to this situation.
Right. Right. Because you can choose to get mad, and you probably have, okay, if I choose to get mad and then get mad, or if I just knee-jerk reaction get mad, I think those two expressions of anger are going to look differently.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that those are two different expressions of my energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I getting too woo-woo? I might be getting woo-woo because I'm sitting out here in the magic forest.
No, it makes sense to me because it's not like you're saying getting mad is a bad thing. Like anger is not necessarily a bad thing, and a lot of positive things and changes and can come from being angry if you're in control of your anger.
Exactly.
And so it's like taking that choice. Like, is this
There's
a true
the choice
emergency?
again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. But how do you start? I mean, if you're a reactive person and a lot of things trigger you, how do you start? I mean, I guess you start with the desire, right? You want to be less reactive.
Mm-hmm.
So you choose that, and then for me, it's always an intention or stating it or affirming it.
Yeah. Observation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, observation. I like that. Being in the moment, right? Mm-hmm. Practicing mindfulness.
Yeah. Observing. I often say people watching is my favorite pastime, but also observing myself. So I think that after the desire, as you said, like starting by knowing, okay, I actually have a desire to not react so quickly because that doesn't always work out so well for me. And then okay, observing myself. What is it that I feel when I feel triggered? What do I feel? Do I get a headache? Are my ears ringing? Do my palms get sweaty?
Right.
What is it that I observe that, and just gently start to go, okay, so next time that happens, I'm going to observe that a little longer before I react.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll get like a flush of heat, and I'll go, "Oh, okay, I know what this is. I'm gonna take a breath." And but sometimes in the observing, I'm like, "Oh man, did I have to see that about myself?" So, when I observe myself and then get the sting, I acknowledge it, and then I don't feed it anymore, because then I could go into the wrongness, of me or it or whatever. So, part of the decision that I made in observing myself was to be gentle with myself as I feel those things.
Yeah. I've learned to, in that observation, and notice, like, okay, I've got all these like words bubbling up inside of me that I want to, say as a response to this particular person or this particular thing. But you know what? Maybe I can take a walk for a couple of minutes. The words are going to be there. I can always say them later. Maybe I can get a drink of water, or, play with my dog for a few minutes and just kind of breathe through it, and then see if that anxiety of reacting is still there, and maybe it's not.
And the magic that I've noticed when you do that, when I do that, is that there's a whole new set of outcomes that I was not even aware of. That's so much better than the outcome that I even originally wanted.
True, so true. Yeah. So it is that thing. So I'm wondering, is it a true emergency? Do we really have to hang up and dial 911, or can we leave a message? Can we hold? Can we call back another time?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's really, it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing to be able to put yourself in the place of, oh, I have a choice. I actually have a choice. Yeah.
Right. So the way that I react, the way that I choose to react, creates what comes next.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's powerful. It's huge.
Yeah. I think
it's
so.
Huge.
It is huge. It is so simple and so available, accessible to everyone, and so powerful.
Yeah. But it's a process.
Yeah.
And sometimes, sometimes we need a little love potion number 9 to soothe us.
Yes.
Because we are reactive while we're learning to not be reactive and to make a better choice. Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. That is. I love that. Little love potion number 9 to ourselves, because the love sessions are all about how we love ourselves, how we react to love within ourselves. Yeah. Oh, I always love talking to you about these things.
Me too, Lil. I'm gonna have a love potion number 9 day.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you everybody for joining us. Lil, it's so good to talk with you again, and hopefully number 10 will be sooner.
Ooh, yes.
Awesome. You want to take us out?
Yeah. Well, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And definitely give yourself that little pause to decide whether it really is an emergency. And have a love potion number 9 kind of day. Don't make me start singing. Things could get ugly. Much love to you all.
Thanks, Lil.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.